What will Leafy do now?
Bruh.
What's up guys, it's the narrator here, and I thought something interesting to discuss would be Leafy's ban and what he might end up doing now. Just a reminder to like and subscribe down below if you enjoy the content, and let's get on with it. So it's been about a day since Leafy got kicked up his ass by Twitch, where they banned him off their platform for some unannounced amount of time, and I think a question that many people are now asking is, what does Leafy do now that his now that his platforms are basically just Facebook or random third-party platforms that nobody cares enough to watch? And hey, yeah, sure, he still has 400,000 followers on Twitter despite the bans off of Twitch and YouTube, but personally I think that Leafy isn't the type of person who would be happy just with that. Like, he wants a platform that he can express himself and make money from. I know a lot of people probably like to say, oh, he already has a lot of money, he doesn't need more, but someone like Leafy strikes me as the type of person who, if he knows that he has a large following and can capitalize on it, then he's going to do the best that he can to actually make money from it. So I don't think that he's just going to be satisfied with just being on Twitter. But yeah, just touching on the ban itself, it was kind of strange that Twitch decided to ban him outright without any second thoughts. I mean, I understand the whole YouTube controversy, which could have led to their decision to ban him off Twitch too, but for a first time strike, don't you all think it's a bit much? In saying that though, I managed to find two different clips of what Leafy did say on his stream that more than likely led to his ban. I don't know if it's enough to justify an outright ban, but I'll let you be the judge of it.
Assume he's saying right here that, like, oh, I changed my mind on that. I don't actually say the N-word anymore in that way. Because that's my question. Are you saying the N-word?
Nigga, please.
To this day,
Dude, there's no way that I can, like, take this dude out because there's no crossover, right? But if there's any streamers watching this, maybe that Destiny dude, take this guy out. Do us all a favor. You actually have something to gain from this guy. We all know that, you know, his viewers aren't going to watch my shit. They're going to hate me no matter what. So, yeah, someone watching, take him out, please. I'll contract you, bro.
So yeah, the clips are pretty self-explanatory. I don't think I need to go into too much detail about, where he went wrong. I think that the N-word one is passable though, and I know I'm a white boy and it sounds strange hearing that, and I know someone's gonna be in the comment section telling me that I don't have the right to say that, but at the end of the day, it's been proven on Twitch that you can say the N-word as long as it's not in a derogatory manner. Destiny himself tested it on stream one time and it didn't lead to his ban.
92% sure that I should be allowed to say the words like nigger or faggot within the context of an appropriate discussion. This is something that I have talked about.
But yeah, look, at the end of the day, it's up to the discretion of Twitch themselves to decide whether or not the ban is justified and if that clip of Leafy saying the N-word contributes to that ban. I think where the real issue comes from is Leafy calling for someone to take out either Hassan or the person who made the YouTube video that he was watching. I'm going to say it was most likely Hassan, considering the fact that he was watching Hassan videos and then went over and he was talking about it when Hassan was on screen. But to be honest, it really doesn't matter who he's referring to at the end of the day. I think what it really comes down to is what he meant by take out, because some people might view it in a less threatening sense, like, hey, I'm just going to go downvote all of his YouTube content, compared to people who take it literally and go out of their way to threaten the person that Leafy is, somewhat threatening on his own stream. But of course, I have no idea what goes on inside the mind of Leafy. I'm just a simple Australian boy who makes YouTube content, but I can only imagine that a ton of red flags were brought up at Twitch HQ when Leafy said this on Keemstar's stream. And I'd just like to say that the clip is a bit long. I think it's about 1 minute and 27 seconds, but it does add a lot of context, so you have to watch the whole thing through because it would give you a better idea of what he was talking about.
Wait a minute. How did you get enough balls to go to the protest? Because, there was a protest or riot in your area, and I remember you went there.
Well, I'm not that frail, and on top of that, dude, I fucking own guns and shit. I literally went there with a fucking gun in a holster. I don't know if I can say this out loud, but, I don't have a concealed weapons permit, but I don't really give a shit, dude. I have a gun, I have a holster, I come from fucking Utah. My family has guns, right? So, yeah, I just showed up with that shit and, underneath my jacket.
That was crazy that night. I really thought something bad was going to happen to you because you were showing videos of helicopters above you and shit, cops everywhere.
Bro, I wasn't, okay, like, I wasn't on the front lines or whatever, but I did see a police car on fire. Like, that's the most shit I saw, right? I mean, in truth, I don't know if this can even go on Storyfire, but I just want one day in my life for someone to give me an excuse to shoot them. Is that an extreme opinion? Probably. Bro, that was a late laugh, dude. People are gonna think I'm like George fucking Zimmerman or something. That was a joke, bro. Kind of.
Now look, I know a lot of people can just say that Leafy was trolling in this clip and he didn't really mean it. Didn't you hear at the end of the clip he said he was just joking? Kind of, because he was just being his edgy self, blah blah blah. But it goes without saying that things you say online can be used against you when it comes to private platforms such as Twitch and YouTube, and this is a perfect example. It doesn't matter that Leafy wasn't even streaming at the time of saying this crazy remark. All that matters is he said it. If Twitch doesn't want someone on their platform who says edgy shit from time to time, then it's fine if they ban them. It really doesn't matter. It's none of our, like, there's nothing we can say or do to prevent that. That's just their company procedure. But you know, apart from those two clips, I wasn't watching his streams, but leave a comment below if you think his edgy behavior was evident on Twitch after he started streaming on there. I'd love to hear, you know, some of the other stuff that he was doing. But the question now is, what does Leafy do from here? Like I said before, his options are pretty limited. He either chooses Facebook or some third-party platform. You know, I personally don't think he will go to Facebook because that website has too much personal information on it. You know, for most of his community to feel comfortable watching his streams, I think being anonymous is a big part of it. I think he benefited a lot from the fact that most of his viewers could remain anonymous on YouTube and Twitch. So, you know, think about it. If you support a super edgy guy who has publicly said he wanted to kill people amongst all the other shit that he said in the past, I'm sure you'd probably want to keep it private from your family and friends. Like, third-party platforms are possible, but honestly, I don't think he would lower himself to stream on platforms that wouldn't contribute to any growth. However, they could definitely be used as a last resort type of thing. Chances are he does go to Facebook, and when he inevitably gets banned off that platform, maybe he'll go to a third-party website. But yeah, at the end of the day, we don't really know what Leafy's plans are going to be after this. He has, you know, tagged Twitch support in a Twitter message, and he's, you know, asking, hey, why am I being banned? I, you know, should have been given a first community strike, and then after that, that's, you know, where I'll clean up my act. And, you know, it seems like Twitch has just decided to strike him out of nowhere. So, you know, the options are very limited for him. I'd say he's probably done himself a disjustice or a disservice or whatever you want to call it, just purely off the fact that he's gotten himself banned off of two huge platforms, which honestly, you know, eyes are on him if he switches over to a different platform, because not many people want to associate their brand with him. So he has to tread very, very lightly. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions on Leafy's ban. Thank you.